All right, we should be live. Phew. Happy Friday, everybody. Glad to see you. We're going to let people start trickling in. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to skip ahead to the 30-minute mark. Absolutely, you do not have to listen to all of this, but some friendly chat between myself, currently Mystery Hacker, and the rest of the community here. But we at Offensive Security want to thank you and welcome you to the stream. And yeah, currently we don't have many viewers, it looks like, but a little bit of time, and then the mystery hacker. Let's get our viewership up a little bit, and then that mystery hacker can come in. Hope everybody's doing well. Sorry for my sniffles today, dude. Oh my god, I have got allergies. I have got allergies out the wazoo. But if you're new, feel free to say hi in the chat. Today we are going to be working on a machine known as Ha-Natraj or Ha-Natraja. Ha-Natraj. And it is available on Portal. That is https://portal.offsec.com. You can log in there, connect to the VPN, you know the drill. Launch Ha-Natraj, and we'll be attacking the same machine. A first-time chat from Myth Londe says, "Woohoo! Glad to kick off the weekend with your stream, Siren. Just in time for my 90-day lab starting this Sunday." Oh my god, dude, that is going to be amazing for you. You're going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it. I can see you going through the range and having a good time. Having a great time even. Tell your friends we are live. Let's make sure we give a notification in Discord that we are live at Offensive Security's Twitch channel. Good morning, sir gentlemen. Good morning, good morning. And twitch.tv/offsec official. There we are. No worries, this will all be recorded, and this is all being recorded, and it will be placed up on the YouTubes, on the official YouTube channel of Offensive Security. So we have about 14 people here. I'd like to personally introduce a dear friend of mine, and he is here. He actually is a colleague of mine. We're both on the content development team at Offensive Security. And yeah, just super happy to have him here kind of shadowing me and shadowing the community as we attack this computer system. So Mystery Hacker Reveal, this is like one of those mystery like candy flavors, and they'll put it out and they'll be like, guess the candy flavor. Well, this is Hackernoob. Hackernoob, would you like to say something to the audience? Anything? Introduction?
What's going on? Hey, how's it going? This is Hackernoob. I am super excited to be here with Siren and the rest of the community. Like, so pumped. This box in particular, I think it's going to be super fun. A lot of learning opportunities. But yeah, thanks for having me.
Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. A lot of learning opportunities on this machine. Good evening from Muhammad Balade says, "Good evening. Glad we have you here. Glad to have you guys here, man. I can't do these machines without you. You guys are like the heartbeat of this organization. We attack together." So again, happy Friday, and welcome to the stream. We have about 25 minutes. That's 25 minutes on the clock before we go live. How do I pop out the chat again? Chat settings, chat appearance, pop out chat. There we go. That is a miracle for me. Thank you, Twitch, because I can just pop out the chat. Perfect, and that saves me. Excellent. That way I can just glance over and I don't have to like turn my head so far, and I get to see exactly what you guys are saying. So we're in that little bit of that downtime. Most people will be notified over Discord. We had 170 people interested in this machine. Can you believe it? What do you think, Hackernoob? 170 people. I feel like it's growing.
Oh yeah, definitely. So one of the things I like about this box specifically is that it has one of the fundamental vulnerability
Yeah.
in terms of web application, and it's not just about like, hey, here's how you exploit it, but even as a developer, it's like, hey, here's kind of like the code behind why this vulnerability exists, and I think it's beneficial to a lot of people.
Heck yeah, dude. And don't worry, guys, we're going to be pasting over the cherry tree notes. Kind of like no problem. We're just going to be chasing those. And let me grid that there, paste that in. Boom. Yeah, we'll be copying and pasting those once we're done into the general text of the general text channel on OffSec's official Discord. And I will correct this, drag this over. Dude, it has been a week and a half. I don't know about you guys, but it has felt like a week and a half, at least for me. Maybe I'm hoping some of you it was fairly simple, fairly straightforward, pretty routine. But man, it has been a week for me. And let's see. I think we have a couple of announcements which I need to give. So, formally, I need to be able to say that I've given these announcements, and I am happy to do so. So, OffSec's live in-person team training is back by popular demand. If you're hearing me correct. If you know anything about offensive security lore, our story, where we come from, you might be able to get where I'm going with this one. Pen 200, Web 300, and drumroll, the EXP 401 or OSWE, single most difficult certification that we offer. It is on site only, and we're doing that at Dallas, Texas, Miami, Florida. That's going to be January 8th through the 12th in 2024. So we're going to kick off 2024 with live trainings out of Dallas, Texas, and live trainings out of Miami, Florida. And for more details, you can actually visit this link. Let me just copy the link now that I think about it, and I can paste that in the chat for you. Bada boom, bada bing. If you are interested in said things. I know, back to back announcements here, but another announcement, super stoked about it. The last hackathon, everyone remembers the hackathon? The last hackathon was super effective. We got a lot of people together, and it is pretty awesome. We're just going to be calling them CTF events moving forward. So, OffSec is actually hosting another CTF event on Thursday, August 31st, Monday, September 4th, 2023. And you can follow this link, right click, copy, paste into the chat. There you go. So if anybody's curious about the new CTF, you want your hand at some prizes, right? Maybe even a full ride on a certification from Offensive Security, then by all means, check that out. What do you think of the OSWE? When you think of the OSWE Hackernoob, what do you think of?
I mean, it's definitely somebody that has the level of expertise and grind and has put in the time and effort to get to that level. So yeah, definitely somebody that knows this stuff, is passionate. I'm super excited that we're starting the year off with something like that, especially like coming on live training. Like, that's super exciting. I think it'll give a lot of people a great opportunity to come and improve their, like, take it to the next level.
That's what it is, man. That's what it's, to me, it's like we have it as the Grim Reaper. I always viewed it from a student perspective. I always viewed it as the Grim Reaper, on the box for the OSWE. It was the Grim Reaper for a reason, man. That material is pretty hardcore computer science and, extremely hardcore computer security principles. So if you consider yourself advanced and pushing yourself even further, and you have binary exploitation or even advanced binary exploitation or BenX capabilities, then we definitely encourage you to attend those. Grab your OSWE, straight to OSWE. No joke. But we got some more. Go ahead.
I was just going to say I knew somebody that went through it, and they said that their brain literally melted, but they enjoyed it. Like they would do it again.
Yeah, man. It's one of those things I've always wanted to be there for. I've always wanted to be there just over someone's shoulder kind of a thing. And yeah. So, not really much to talk about at the current time. For anybody who just joined in, we'll repeat the standards like it was a radio broadcast. Welcome to Offensive Security's stream and OffSec Official. This is being recorded and will be uploaded to YouTube shortly after the stream. But do give it patience. YouTube needs to process it in high definition. But we're going to be doing Ha-Natraj or Ha-Natraja from PG Play. That's OffSec's PG Play. And we encourage you guys, if you hear my voice, then you are by definition encouraged to launch the machine, get the IP, export the environment variable, and get ready to target it with Nmap out of the gate with us, with myself and Hackernoob, side by side. Side by side.
This is definitely going to be your best stream, Siren.
You think this is going to be my best stream ever?
For sure, so far, yeah. I mean, you've got a second person, right? You've put out some great announcements, right? Live training. We got a CTF coming. I mean, those are big things.
These are big things. These are massive things, and at the end of the day, there are things that people are looking forward to. At Siren, hey guys, welcome, Andy. Oh, breath of fresh air. Seeing a familiar face. Welcome to the stream. I have myself and Hackernoob here. Hackernoob, you want to say hi to the chat?
What's going on, Andy and everybody else? Super excited to be here. Very happy to see everyone. I'm hoping we can maybe break the record today.
Dude, do you think we can break the record? The sound barrier, space harrier? Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. Saifi said, did you say Ha-Natraj is an OSCP course box or can be downloaded from somewhere? Portal.offsec.com, my friend. Portal.offsec.com. Just log on in. It's under PG Play. You click the play button. It launches. You get an IP address. And, yeah. Anybody been playing the new Baldur's Gate 3? Any gamers out there? I mean, we got another 17 minutes on the clock before we go live. I personally I heard about the hype, and I've been enjoying the heck out of it. It's been just so much fun.
There's got to be at least 50% gamers, I would say.
There's got to be, man. There's got to be gamers. This is Twitch. This is Twitch. There's got to be gamers on here. Not just computer security nerds like us. There's got to be some gamers around here. I bet you they're in there.
D&D, that's a smaller audience.
D&D is a smaller audience, man, for sure. It depends, like, what era you were born in.
Very true.
I grew up. We played D&D for sure. Hey, Siren. Hey, everyone. Hey, Just a Guy 1 through 7. Another familiar face. Welcome to the chat.
Why not 8 and 9?
Yeah, what happened to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9? Just a Guy. There's probably there's a logical
9,
7. I mean? Oh yeah. What happened to 8, 9? Well, because 7, 8, 9. I rewarded myself with a few nights of Diablo 4 after I passed the OSWE. You passed the certification that I co-authored. Congratulations, Andy. Super happy about that. Congratulations on being offensive security web assessor. Certified, man. Certified. Bonafide. Mooncake 5000. Glad to see you in the chat, buddy. Oh my god, it's Siren. Friday stream hype. It is not just Siren, but we also have the Shadow Hacker. Hackernoob.
Looks like we do have a D&D player, and speaking of Diablo 4, I've got my rogue on almost level 60 in the season. So
Level 60?
yeah, out of 100, moving
Whoa.
on up there.
Whoa, man, my characters are at like level, I think they're coming up on 6? I got some level 6 spellcasters in my group. But
Okay.
and I got one outrageous warrior with a ridiculously high temper. Level 60 is about 48 hours of gameplay. Could be. Good morning from the Netherlands. Just a guy 1 through 7. That is a lot of straight back-to-back hours of playing. Good evening from the Netherlands, says Kenny Kenwell. Welcome, Kenny, and good well, that would be, good evening from, good afternoon. From the, it would be good after, you know what, good evening. Good evening, Kenny Kenwell.
Good morning, good evening.
Good morning, good evening, good night. I don't know. Exactly. I'm a level 35 or something after those few days, but stopped playing because of OffSec. More stuff in the library, man. Power to you. Power to you. Studies over gaming for sure. And then one day, dude, you'll see. You'll get that sweet cherry InfoSec job. You'll have a little less stress. You'll be working at your pace. You'll be meeting your deadlines. And you know what? End of the day, you'll be rolling into video games and you won't have to do that study time. That time will be freed up. So, level 35, Kenny, cool with me. Heck yeah. First time chat from Logic Bomber. Logic Bomber says, hey. Welcome, Logic Bomber. We're glad to have you, buddy. And evening in Europe, too, right now. What time is it in Europe? Just the guy? What time is it in good old
Imagine
Europe?
8 to 10, depending on
8 to 10?
Man,
that's some dedication being up late to just attend a stream. Close to 9 p.m., 8:46 p.m., almost 7 a.m. for Mohammed Valade. Goodness gracious. Well, good morning to you, Mohammed. Grab your coffee. Enjoy the stream, my friend. Enjoy. 8 to 10, okay, give or take. Yeah, got you. Cool.
Yeah. Speaking of more stuff in the library, man, we're cooking up a lot of things.
Dude, we're cooking up a lot of things in the library. I may or may not be personally working with that library.
With that crock pot.
Yeah, with that crock pot. I myself may be invested in said things as well. Andy says, Siren, already got one. First month on the job, just passed. Doing Web 300 now. Dude, heck yeah. Well, shout out to Andy for passing our certification. That's the thing. That certification, I've never been more proud of anything in my life. I never put more effort into anything in my life. From the exam machines to the challenge machines to the topics themselves, the content, the sandboxes that you got to use. I co-authored a lot of that, and I've just never been more proud than anything in my life than that certification. It is so, I view it as such a necessity if you're looking to get into application security or be a penetration tester with a specialization in web. Like, that is hot stuff nowadays, and I see the OSWE as a winning certification. It's already being...
I agree.
You can look at LinkedIn, man. Look at AppSec jobs. I'm not joking. They're looking for people with OSWEs. They're noticing. They are.
Yeah.
They're absolutely noticing. Guys, 10 minutes. 10 minutes left on the clock to log into portal.offsec.com. PG Play. And then just scroll down to Ha-Natraj. Click play after you've connected to the VPN. And we'll be going. We'll be rocking and rolling.
Kenny said they got their first flag on this box, so that's pretty exciting.
Oh, heck yeah. We're doing a first flag box for somebody. That's what's good. Sharky says 141, or Sharky1412 says, good evening, Siren from Germany. Good evening, my friend in Germany. What time is it in Germany right now? What time would that be? I love Germany. I absolutely. It's one of the places I want to visit one day. One day.
I mean, you can't go wrong with beer and sausage, you know.
Dude, all the beer and sausage that you can ask for. You cannot go wrong. 8:49 p.m. on the dime for 3 people from Germany. Wow. Nice, nice. I'm going to go grab some water. I will be right back. If you want to talk, Hacker Noob, take it away, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thanks for having me, everybody. Super excited for this the stream. I think this is a really, really fun box. Like I said earlier, it covers a pretty cool fundamental exploit. But yeah, what other boxes have you guys had fun with? Will this be an OffSec Discord? So I don't think this is. I think this is just on. This is just on Twitch. I think there'll be a recording on YouTube also, but I don't think it's over Discord. So yeah, content developer. Ever since I've been here, I've written different material from spanning from pen, web, defense. Um, so it really just depends on you know what different things are needed, or you know where the community kind of like needs the most you know kind of like impact. Yeah, exactly. Just all sorts of a variety of modules. Hello there, Sharky. But yeah, I've had a blast, man. I can't lie. I've really enjoyed working here. It's an amazing opportunity to be able to. I mean, it doesn't even feel like working. I mean, I just you know like doing what I love, and then you know kind of like releasing it to the public and allowing everybody else to you know like learn. It's really rewarding.
All right, I got some water. I actually got some pure leaf brewed lemon iced tea, sweet tea, so rocking that as well. Mm. I've become addicted to tea over coffee lately. Europe, you're getting to me. You're getting to me, Europe. I
Tea
don't
is
know.
king.
They're getting to me, man. They're getting to me with their caffeine tea instead of coffee. It's nice. It's lighter. It's not as heavy as straight coffee, you know? But I mean, unless you had like black tea or something like that, I don't know. It depends.
So the thing is that I like about tea, I feel like you can, you know, just enjoy a variety of flavors. I mean, you can so too with coffees, you know, to some degree. I feel like with tea, there's the variety like bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Hello, nice to meet you. UK, no longer EU. Yes. They still regret it. Muhammad says, just do not put a lot of sugar in it. Yeah, true. Too much sugar. Ugh. Has anybody ever been to like growing up as a kid and you go to a movie theater and you got those really big bag of Skittles and then you're just downing the Skittles and you're like, man, this is delicious and amazing, and then all of a sudden you're like, this is terrible in my taste buds, and it's like it was. I learned a lesson that day at the movie theater. There is there is such a thing as too much of a good
Too
thing.
much. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
sugar directly taught me that lesson. And everywhere else in life, I look at what's good and I think, am I getting too much of it? You know, because we're biological organisms, man. Too much of anything is not it becomes a bad thing.
Yeah, no, I mean, moderation is key.
Absolutely key. Life might even be just moderation, you know, and that
Very true.
because without moderation, You know, we tumble, we stumble, we fall. Sugar is a drug. Pseudo Busito says sugar is a drug. That is correct. About another fun fact about a drug, did you know nicotine in cigarettes is actually chemically, as far as the brain is concerned, leagues and bounds far more addictive than heroin? On the chart of most addictive drugs, the second most addictive drug in the world is heroin. The first spot goes to nicotine, though, and it makes complete sense. For any smokers or non-smokers, ex-smokers, how hard was it to quit? Nigh impossible. Yep, I'm not joking. Nicotine is actually more addictive than heroin, than black tar heroin. Now, black tar heroin will kill you potentially. I'm not saying it's any better. Let me be perfectly clear. Black tar heroin, opioids in general, overdoses are high, you know, that kind of stuff. And it is extremely addictive. But people always think in their minds, oh, heroin is the most addictive substance. No. The most addictive substance, technically per neuroscience, is right under your nose, and it's that pack of cigarettes. That is the most addictive substance. But nonetheless, yeah, little fun facts there. Little neurosci fun facts. 4 minutes.
The more you know.
4 minutes on the clock. No Sharky, but I should be. I'm stressed.
I was going to say, we did have somebody ask about cybersecurity. The demand is high. Advice for getting into cybersecurity. I mean, really, it's just putting in the time to learn. You know, like hands-on. That's why I think the material that we provide is so valuable, because, you know, reading, watching videos is helpful, but really hands-on training, nothing can replace that.
Nothing can even remotely touch a voice of somebody who's experienced helping you, because I had, you know, a voice helping me along the way, and a little bit of a mentor here and there. He would always, you know, take a little bit of time to tell me if I was working on my enumeration skills and such. These walkthroughs, these videos, these kinds of things did not exist when I was going for my OSCPs, so I had just a bunch of blog articles. There was no GTFO bins. There was no hack tricks. You know, you know what I mean? It was just bookmark categorization. Like, I would have web attacks and then AD attacks and all that other stuff. And any bookmarks to blogs that I could find of information, it was just all there and easily accessible. But nowadays, this is going to be like, what, 44th or 45th, 43rd, something like that video on our YouTube channel. If somebody, is our bot working? Is Nightbot working? Can I put in YouTube? Exclamation point YouTube? No, our bot is not working. If somebody in the chat wants to grab the machine playlist link, look who it is. How about look who it is? Summers. Summers, such a friendly face. Glad to have you here. And a special shout out to Summers. They've been a long time viewer for almost 2 years now on this stream. Can you believe that? 2 years.
Very nice.
Yeah. 2 years. We're doing Ha-Natraj on PG Play. If you want to tag along. For fun. And, yeah. Thank you, you guys. Chat, you rock. You rock. To anybody who's new to offensive or proactive security in general, please bookmark that, for the love of goodness gracious. Golly gosh. Please bookmark that, because that is 2 years of us working with the community and going through these machines step by step with a methodology, you know, reproducing the same principles and same concepts that we teach here at Offensive Security to show you it's very doable. It's, you know, it's very capable and within your reach. So just bookmark it. Bookmark the playlist, straight to it. Any of those PG Play machines and a few PG Practice ones. Well, guys, it is about time.
Top of the hour.
And guess what that means? We're going live. We're going live. So I'm going to switch my source over to streaming. And can you say something there for me, Hackernoob?
Oh, that looks fun.
Yep. Nope, that's a bundle of fun. So you'll see I have my IP address of the target machine exported as the IP environment variable. And the URL is printed right here. If there's an 80 or a 443, I like to already have fuzz ready to go for wfuzz. And you're right, Summers, it is time we begin our quest. We begin our quest for the bling bling. And to do so, what do you suggest we do out of the gate, Hackernoob? What do you think we should do, man? What do I do?
I mean, I always start off with the quick nmap.
Nmap, all right. Nmap. Let's do nmap. How about we do simple script? Actually, -p dash. Let's do a complete sweep of 65,535 ports with simple scripts. Is there anything else you want to run? Maybe service versions. We can check for SV at the target IP and tac open. Can anybody tell me why I do tac open? Why do we do that, dude? What is the reasoning or justification behind that command? I know, we'll give it a couple. That's right, there it is. Saving time. We don't care about throwing scripts, right? And all of that stuff, that aggressive stuff at closed ports. So we're gonna smash the return key on that and let it go. And we'll see what we get back, Hackernoob and chat. We'll see what we get back.
The tac open is actually pretty smart.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Things you just learn in the real world. Just things you learn. Things you learn. I'm in a musical mood today, boys and girls. A musical mood. All right, and then after we're done with this, we're gonna load it into Cherry Tree. Just a guy went through 7 says, can we open it in the browser in the meantime just for fun? Dude, absolutely. Actually, as I say that, the scan finishes. Let's get it into Cherry Tree, and then we can do that. Let's do some highlighting here. What do you see of interest, Hackernoob? What stands out?
I wonder what. I mean, yeah, port 80 for sure.
Yes, obviously.
We gotta check out. Yeah, we gotta check out the web application.
We gotta check that web app. No joke. What else is revealed here? I think we see Ubuntu. So we've managed to confirm the target operating system, right? And
for sure. Yeah, Apache.
Yep, Apache. And HTTP title, Ha-Natraj. We don't need this service. See, the reason we don't need this guessing information is because we get direct confirmation of it from Apache. So up here at the top, I'm going to put that our target is Ubuntu. Now, in the meantime, someone said something a little crazy. Let's put 80 HTTP here. Someone suggested we just go straight to manual browsing, which case I think that is a good idea as well. So I'm going to open up my web browser, copy this IP, blow this up a little bit, and boom. Let's see what's on 80. Ha-Natraj. What do we have? Okay, so very much Indian inspired. Maybe Shiva. Do you want to give us a backstory on this? What is this about? Hackernoob, what's this about?
So I actually looked this up because I was kind of curious. But this is like the dancing representation of Shiva, of the god Shiva. I don't know too much more about it, but that's what I found so far.
Interesting. So we have a website dedicated to all dancing forms of Shiva when Shiva is dancing, which I think
is dope.
That's beautiful if you ask me. That is awesome. Let's see what we have access to. So we have a little hamburger navigation, gallery about characteristics. Okay, so it's all on one page. Everything here is on one page. Let's see. what if we right click and view page source? Is there anything we're doing manual inspection? Let's add this as we go along. 80, we want manual inspection. That's in the web browser, right? Manual inspection in the web browser. And then we'll move that into fuzzing for files and directories. Any robots.txt, .ds store entries that might contain interesting strings, left behind repositories, .svn entries. We could do nicto, all kinds of good stuff there. But thus far, we have done manual inspection. It seems lots of custom content, but we'll keep that there. And, are there any obscure things happening here? Any comments? Any URLs, URIs, endpoints that we need to be taking a look at? Let's take a look at the chat. View the source, Luke. Oh, we need to add that. What am I doing? In the web browser. View the source, Luke. View the source, Luke. View the source. Be the Yoda. Now let's see. Or Luke Skywalker. But
it should say source, the source to view.
The source to view is yours.
There you go.
Something like that in Yoda speak. But, this seems like a lot of text. Can anybody tell me what type of attack does come to mind? Anybody? If outside of any extra enumeration, what type of attack vector are we looking at, dude? Brass tacks. What are we looking at here to... I'm seeing Dirbuster. That is, Dirbuster, WFuzz. Those are next up on the list, no doubt. No doubt. But what might be another attack? If we look at the Nmap results, right? We have 22 also open. OS command injection. I don't really see anything working with the OS. Directory traversals. I see /images. And that's just a directory listing of a bunch of images. So, in all earnesty, not really much there, but I'm waiting for... There is an answer. There's an answer here. I will wait. Syfy says, all I can see is making a custom word list with colon brute forcing SSH with maybe not Raj account. Dude, I totally agree. So we're going to add that to our list. I'm going to put lots of custom content. Therefore, this provides justification for cool custom word list and maybe not Raj as a user. We'll say something like that, right? But we have to continue. I just wanted to make sure that we were following along, right? Because if that's all we got, cool stands out pretty quick. We don't know if that's all we got, though. So I'm going to switch over. I'm going to go to my common. And you want to use WFuzz today, George? Do you mind if I say your name, by the way?
No.
Okay, all right. Hackernoob, let's fuzz for files and see what we get.
Yeah, so fun fact, Derb or Dirbuster used to be like my go-to, and then I discovered WFuzz, and that's like been the only thing that I've used. I mean, I'll go back every now and then, but I don't know what it is about WFuzz.
It's just so good.
Yeah.
It's just so powerful. The octopus. Too late. People are Googling already. He gets promotions on LinkedIn. Anyway. Let's see here. Images, icons, man. Come on. Anything coming up? An index, a style. Oh, we got one. We got a hit. Anybody see it? I see it. I see a console. Okay, so this seems to be empty. I'm going to go to here. 80, we got index.html. We did not get back any robots. WFuzz in the first 1,000 requests would have tested for robots.txt, or it would tested for, a .ds store, or it would have tested for a .svn. These are the big ones, that sometimes get left behind, and htaccess files as well. But nonetheless, we have index.html and /console and /images. So I think, boom, laser, target, scope, bold, underline. That is where we need to go. What do you think? What do you guys think?
Let's check it out.
Let's check it out. See, this is, it's very, very methodical, my friend. Let's check out console. Ha ha! Okay. So we had to do a little bit of discovery on this machine, but we have found that it's running Apache PHP. So we're going to put the web technology as PHP. And my cat is trying to ring my gong. That is hilarious. Cosmos. That is my meditational gong. Thank you. Okay.
Can't meditate right now.
I can't meditate right now, Cosmos. Goodness gracious, I'm working. Go, Cosmos, go. I see it in the chat. Okay, file.php, dude. I don't know. It's blank. Oh, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do, guys? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do now? It's blank. I have an idea. Why don't we do something called underscore? What is it? You know, we could stay cool. We stay cool.
But there's more.
Yeah, we keep our cool. We keep our cool here. We inspected the element, Sharky. We didn't see anything there. There is a catch, you know, fuzz. Okay, Kenny Canwell is saying fuzz. Kenny, would you like to expand on what we're trying to fuzz for here? We have file.php. What when we see blank suggestive things, there it is in the chat. What did parameters? That's it, George. Gosh, I'm sorry. I'm so used to calling you by our work to day stuff.
You're good, Siren. You're good.
Okay. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
Either one.
We'll say
I'm good.
Okay, thank goodness. I'll work on that. Fuzz is equal to, I don't know, and we'll add some traversal strings in hopes that we get a file, right? Because the name of the file is file.php, but we don't know the parameter. So we're going to export this. We're going to export our URL to now equal this. Console, file.php, and then on etc password. And what we're going to do is re-go to my comment. This is available at sirensecurity.io. Not self-promotion. I literally just have it there as a resource that was asked by students to create. So it's at the top. You guys can go check that out if you're interested in my common stuff that I've just used over the years. But other than that, we're looking for words. We're looking for parameter existence. And Burp Suite has its own word list that we're going to use that's included in SecList. Exit this. We got the URL exported, and let's go. Oh, no. So many 0 responses. What do we do here? Hackernoob and WFuzz, if we want to exclude 0 character byte responses, what do we do?
I gotta look that one up. It's been a minute.
Collis has it in the chat. Collis 28 --HH.
That's right.
Hush hush. Think hush hush. We want to hush hush 0 bytes. So we'll hush hush 0 bytes and wait until a parameter pops up. Fingers crossed. This is what we would call in the Web 200 a suggestive parameter. Why do we call it suggestive? Because the name of the file was created in such a fashion that it tells a hacker what kind of data it might be processing. Does that make sense? Okay, we got it. Look at that. We got file. So I'm going to copy that. That's going to go under 80. Bada boom, bada bing. Bada boom, boom, bing. Oh, yeah. We got a parameter. That's what we're doing. Having fun. And boom. And
yeah, if you compare this to fishing, this is like catching like the big bass fish.
So let's replace fuzz then with a file. Hot dog. Can I curl this from... Woo! All right, guys. Well, we have file read stuff here. Maybe, I mean, we don't know if it's a file inclusion. We don't know if it supports, I can just launch a simple HTTP server, grab my IP address, perform a quick test. Does it allow for RFI? HTTP file is equal to HTTP this on port 8000 / AAAA. Did we get any hits? All right, so it's not an RFI file call. There's no remote file inclusion. Sorcery, but we have a username. That's what I was looking for, guys. That's what I was looking for. And you guessed it. Someone guessed it. We have Natraj and we have Mahakal. Natraj and Mahakal. Let's copy this. And in our notes for everything on this machine, we have Natraj and we have another what we call a system level user. This is a system level user because it's not www data. These are real users that were created for explicit purposes, right? And Muhammad says, now can we use Hydra? God, I mean, I guess we could, but there is a technique I would like to go over known as, you know what, I'm not going to do everything. Hackernoob, what do you think? What kind of attack are we looking at here when we see something that could potentially be an information disclosure or an inclusion vulnerability? What do we look for?
I mean, if it's running Apache, I would try to, somebody kind of pretty much said it. Yeah, see if you
see
can.
If we can do var log
log
Apache 2.
poisoning.
Yeah, okay. Var log Apache 2 access.log. Oh, no, man. That's not working. That if this was working, it would display.
It was a good try, though.
It was a good try. That's what we want. What is another one that we might be able to do? Anybody? Got any ideas? There's another way to gain code execution through LFI. There is another way. What if I verify that this is local file inclusion by doing // var www html console file.php? Page is not working. Well, that would make sense. But auth.log is one. What about proc self environ? I didn't see that one in the chat. So the environment variables that get sent along in requests, right? What we would essentially do is just intercept on. We would refresh this. And if we could access proc self environ, then what we would do is we'd go ahead and change our user agent to something like PHP system $_get cmd, and that would get stored in the logs for proc self environment. And we could forward that out, and then we tack on cmd equals ID. But unfortunately, that one is not working either. That one is not going to work either.
That's a good one too.
Someone says try SSH keys. I like where we're going with this. Another vector. Let's put these vectors under here. We had LFI. We're going to grab the link for our notes. We're going to stay organized. Here's that C password. We're going to copy this for our team. It's just going to be readily accessible. A link right there. And we tested var log Apache 2 access.log. We tested proc self environ. And now some people are saying to try SSH keys. So we know the users, right? We know Natraj, and let me bold these because these are our targets. Natraj is our target, and Mahakal is our target. And I will clean this up.
Yeah, if we can get a private key.
Let's see if we can get a private key too. Let's do home and then Mahakal /.ssh /ID _RSA. No go. What about Natraj? And then if this doesn't work, yeah, it doesn't work. There is another we can try. So we tried for, these are the things we tried, right? We had home, Natraj /.ssh. IDRSA, no go, and this was a no go, and this was also a no go, unfortunately, guys. But that way you can have the notes later and kind of see the types of things that we test. Now there is another, and regarding SSH, can anybody tell me the log file for SSH itself? When I go to connect to a, looks like somebody knows you in the chat there, Hackernoob.
Yeah, I know exactly who that is.
Cool. Good deal, Lucio, man. Some fun stuff. All right. Now, let's see. What auth something? Yeah, something like auth. Let's do etsy ssh, or no. This would be var log auth.log. Oh, yes. Goodness gracious. This is what we needed. Look at all these SSH logs, man. Imagine if we had done Hydra, it would have been absolutely enormous. I have somehow managed to, there we go. What is this, please? This is the SSH log. We did try etsy shadow, sudo busito. Etsy shadow is obviously restricted. That's root only. But other than that, RCE via SSH poisoning. Boys and girls, this is an SSH poison. I can smell it from a mile away. So here's what we're going to do. In fact, I'm not going to lead the way on this one. What is a quick and dirty way to poison an SSH log? Not cron jobs. A failed login, absolutely. That I like I like the way you're thinking with that. What is even quick and dirty? Send PHP code on the username. That is one way. How about we do this? What if we just netcat, net verbose to the target IP on 22? What if we just do that? And then I say, oh my God, this is so fun, and / and PHP pass through $_get cmd close bracket termination statement. Protocol mismatch. Okay. Well, if this is a local file inclusion, we'll be able to go down here. And oh my God, this is so fun. You see our test characters there, /. What is missing from this /? This confirms a finding, guys. Our stakeholders want to see this. Our clients, hell, they want to see this kind of stuff. Can you please tell me why they would be interested in a screenshot of this? Because this verifies a particular type of finding. This is not an information disclosure. This is not a directory traversal. This is not a directory listing. The reason this is important is because what is truncated after the / is PHP code. And that means we now have executive authority over the target machine. So we would confirm that and show an extra screenshot as evidence by tacking on parameter cmd is equal to ID, or we can try it and %. We can do that too. Dirt. And scroll to the bottom. Ah, there it is. Oh my God, this is so fun. / UID. Heck yeah. I was going to say, who has the bling bling? Can I get it from you, Hackernoob? Can I get you to say bling bling?
Bling bling.
Bling bling, my dude. We have got it because that is verified code execution. This is the type of thing, no joke, that you would want to include the endpoint, more precisely something like this. If I could even do anything.
While you do that, somebody did ask, what is the auth.log? So that's your authentication log that's going to store successful and failed logins for SSH.
All right, let me see if netcat is on this machine. Netcat is here. We could certainly try that. What if we try a netcat reverse shell? What if I just say netcat to, let's set up a listener, NLVP on 9090, if config on ton 0, and copy that. And we're listening on port 9090, netcat to there, 9090-execute bin bash. bash. Nope, no connect. Seems like that is restricted and not working, unfortunately. Oh my god, what is that application you're using for the screenshot? That's built into Kali Linux. I just hit print screen. Pretty nice, huh? Pretty nice, pretty nice. Shout out to the Kali devs. Shout out to them. Very good stuff. So Netcat is present, but it's not working. Well, we don't give up, man. What are some other things that we can utilize to get a reverse shell? Anybody? Curl a reverse shell chmod execute. Okay, permit and execute is one such way. What if there was a programming language here? Which Python 3? Dun 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 dun. Is Python 3 here? User bin Python 3. Okay, so immediately I just go to rev shells. I'm going to get a Python reverse shell. All we got to do for this is change Python to Python 3. I'm going to copy my IP address. And thank you for linking that there. The Pentest Monkey, the reverse shell cheat sheet. That is exactly where this came from. Correct, correct. Back in the old days, man, that's all we had is blog articles. Port 9090 is going to stay the same. Our IP is changed. And we're going to change this to Python 3. And then I'm going to do an encode. Well, we might not need to. The browser might do it for us. But let's find out. There's only one way to know. So everything after the CMD tag we will delete. And we'll paste in our reverse shell. Ha ha! Goodness gracious! Goodness gracious! We have got it. We have got a reverse shell on the target machine through a local file inclusion vulnerability. That is bling. Bling. That is bling. What would we be looking to do now? Chat, Hackernoob. What are we looking to do now, dude? What do you think?
I mean, just enumeration.
Yeah. Linux post-exploitation. Someone
things.
says interactive shell. I agree with that. I'm going to use my breakout command. We're going to import Python 3. True. See, this is not a TTY. We want a TTY. So let's use Python 3 to import one. Let's also export our paths to be distribution global and our term to be 256 color because we like color in the output. LL to be, you know, fancy and proper. Alias LL, goodness gracious. And then what we're going to do is Control Z to background it. STTY raw dash echo into the foreground, into the reset statement. And then we're going to set our columns. And now when I hit Control C, we don't lose it. We have got essentially an SSH shell. I mean, well, an equivalency.
This is a very fancy shell, man. Back in the days, this was...
Yeah, this would be a very, like, fancy dancy kind of shell. Back in the day, this would have been super duper fancy. So, all right, do you guys just want me to buzz through the privilege escalate privs at some point? That's what we're looking for. Stable shell first. And let's continue. Let's go. What are some things, not to put you on the spot, but what are some things that we want to look for, Hackernoob? What we want to introduce that methodology of rigorous Linux exploitation or privilege escalation. What are some directories, files, concepts that you check for?
Usually I check any binaries with the SUID bit.
All right, let's do it.
That's one of my go-tos.
Let's do it. I'm going to type in Linux post, scroll to the top, grab my find suids, and we're going to type find GUIDs. Let's see if there's any exotic suids and GUIDs on the machine. Some person says, who am I? ID. All right, I'll do it exactly as you had. Who am I and ID. Excellent, excellent. Let's grab this information. Let's load it into Cherry Tree. And this is worthy of sitting back with some coffee on the job. And honestly, just looking to see if you find anything exotic, right? Suids, GUIDs. So up here, suids. And then we'll have GUIDs. While I'm doing this, where's Waldo, so to speak? Where is Waldo? Where is the exotic binary that's going to give us root privilege escalation? First time chat from 0xGEDO or Ghetto says, hello all, this is first time seeing this and just want to ask, are these machines that are here? Yes, labs. That is correct. We are doing Ha-Natraj. Let me type that in the chat. Ha-Natraj, and that is on PG Play, 0xGEDO. You can access it there, buddy. So back to the play at hand, we have Suids, we have Guids, and George, did you find anything here? Are you seeing anything exotic standing out?
I'm not seeing anything that I haven't seen before. Me personally, this was one of the hardest things to kind of like bring my expertise level. I remember at the beginning I would look each of these up. Over time, you kind of get to know them. So right now I'm not seeing anything.
So I'm gonna put cough cough commit to memory by checking GTFO bins. It just takes time to spot the exotic or out of place binaries. And we'll include that later because that is exactly how I learned it as well over time. There's not anything here, guys. These are defaults. Nothing extra really heckin' added. And yeah, let's go ahead. I'm going to do a quick rundown of the machine, and then we'll maybe get to the vector. Let's check the world writables. Is there anything there? var temp? No. Let's check temp. Let's check dev shm. Anything out of there? Nothing at all. Is there anything optional on this machine out of the /opt directory? A lot of times we'll find stuff in there. /srv. Nothing there either. Let's go ahead and check var mail. And is there any mail? What about var spool mail? Any mail got tossed between these two users? It's a valid check. Let's do psaux and grep-i for root, --color equals auto. The reason we grep for root is because we're looking for vertical escalation. I'm not concerned with what's running as a low privileged user unless I could move laterally. But right now we're looking on other things. So we have an account daemon. We do have cron. So I'm going to copy that and say, maybe we do pspy file on bin bash. And that looks like 64-bit. So pspy 64 ? This is a very valuable technique. Very valuable stuff here. What else?
People mentioned home directories, cron tab.
Yep, let's get into that. That's where I'm going.
That's good.
Before we check the cron tab, let's check the etc directory entirely. Is there anything here that's not root or root shadow or root cups? That is to say LP. Nope, only root and root shadow. The reason we check for that is if Bob came into this machine and installed the service, that service would have configuration details most likely out of etc, the etc directory. Is there any, secrets? grep-i for .secret files. These are configuration files that literally are secrets to contain passwords and credentials. LSAHT, what about the permissions on etc password? And those are my checks for etc. Beyond that, let's go ahead and check systemd system services. So, actually before that, some people say the cron tab. Cron tab -l, nothing there for www data. etc/cron-star or cron star. So we have Apache 2, mandb, mlocate, this is all actually not exotic. Popularity contest I have got, or .placeholder, I've gotten that before out of the cron.daily. Let's cd to cron.d and just cat star. Is anything running, once a day? It's running popularity contest. I'm not too interested in that. And then finish bin shell on session, cleaning the system. Okay. So nothing too much there, especially what about cd cron.hourly? and cat star, cat.placeholder. Do not edit or remove. So unfortunately, nothing on the cron side of things. That does not mean that there are file system operations that aren't happening. PSpy is an excellent resource for this kind of thing. I promise you. Absolutely promise you. Let's check what are some other things we haven't checked. What about the network? What if there was an adjacent machine to this? Is there anything here running off of the loopback adapter? George, why are we interested in loopback adapter when looking for privilege escalation? Why the heck would we look local at 127.0.0.1 or 127.0.0. anything, 10.192. Why are we 172? Why are we interested in these?
Well, I mean, you can possible like routing traffic.
Yeah. Routing traffic is one thing. Network and adjacent connected machines to various services is one heck another thing. And as another thing, we're looking at 127.0.0.1. That's this machine. You know, think like downward on the network layer, right? And then you get 127.0.0.1. That's physical, right? Loopback adapter. And we want to see, is MySQL running there? We could drop into the database, but only, unfortunately, I see is 53, and maybe a misconfiguration on 53. But 53 for domain, maybe he just made it that way for domain. Could be that was the configuration information there. Nonetheless, you always want to check that. And we've checked the processes. Let's cd here. Is there anything in the root file system that doesn't belong? Anything? I see a bash history, but we can't read that. I see a swap file. It's all good. In fact, if we cat etsy /release, this is confirmed Ubuntu, which just means this is Debian, because everything is Debian. Now, aside from that, we have not checked a big one, which is the home directory. Home directories of those users. Andy, you and I are on the same frequency, my dude, my friend, my guy. We are on the same frequency. What about, let's check Mahakal. Can we read the bash history? Is there anything in cache? cd.cache, permission denied, cat.bash history. Oh no, it's not looking like it. It's getting tight. Let's see. Another bash history we can't do. Cat.selected editor. Nano is fine. Sudo as admin is successful. So things can happen.
That's actually
there.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is. That is interesting. That could maybe be vertical later, which means we may need to do something. S1REN, where can I find the command cheat sheet? Somebody can link that individual to my blog at sirensecurity.io. All of them are on there. I made that website explicitly for you guys, literally for this stream, just to be able to have a quick, accessible resource to all this kind of stuff. Moving forward, it doesn't look like we have that. What would be a massive, thank you there, Mythlonde, for linking the blog. What would be a massive detrimental, I'm leaning back here, guys. What would be a massive detrimental configuration that no one should ever do, ever, under any circumstances, but may exist on this machine? You're right, we didn't check mounts. So we can check mount, cat etsy fstab. You're right, we can also do get cap -r. Are there any extended capabilities? Let me sneak these two in here. Recursively from there to dev null, and nothing other than capnet raw, which is or mtr packet, which is normal. So no set UID there. I can tell you one thing, and I've seen the answer on and off in the chat. It's gonna be sudo-l. I know what you guys are thinking. You guys don't freak out. I felt the hot sweats there. S1REN always says sudo-l never works for www data. I do. These are my words. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason.
Never say never.
Yes. First off, I guess I should have said It's not never the case, but sometimes people are just technically malinclined or ill-inclined, and they don't know what they're, necessarily doing with configurations of a machine, right? And they give the www data user or group sudo permissions, and yikes.
I mean, it's very easy because when you think about user friendly isn't always doesn't mean like security. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So I'm gonna copy this over, man. I'm going to copy this over to my notes in my post-exploitation above. Great, but bad too. But also bad. Never, I can guarantee you that my students here are never going to ever configure a machine to have www data as sudo. That will never happen. I guarantee that. Because they're going to see why that is so detrimental. So detrimental. But look at what we have. So we can restart Apache 2. If I'm thinking restarting Apache 2, right now, if I psaux grep-i for Apache, that seems to be running as www data. Everybody here may or may not be familiar with a particular configuration file for Apache. George, do you know what the name of that configuration file is for Apache 2?
Is it apache2.conf or something like that?
Bang. Pistolero. On the dime. You hit the nail on the head. It is apache.conf. So if we cat/etsy, cat/etsy, and then Apache2, Apache. Can I spell today? Not alpaca. Not an alpaca. Apache 2. We might just be able to kind of rework this because we have sudo permissions, right? We have sudo permissions on this machine, guys. So, and we have cat etsy password. Let's grep-i for anything bash -- color equals auto. And we have root natraj and mahakal. What if instead I wanted this to run as mahakal?
Seems reasonable.
Seems pretty simple, right? We can actually do that. First things first is we need to make a copy of it. Let's copy /etsy and then Apache 2, apache2.conf to the present working directory. And there it is. Then what we're going to do is a little bit of sed action, sed-i, and what we're going to do, I'll put those in parentheses, we're going to have search, and then we're going to search for the following string user, right? And then we're going to have a $, because what we're pulling on here is like an environment variable. Apache run user. That is self-explanatory, right? This is the user that Apache is going to be running as instead of www data. We want to replace that with the user, right, of what was it? M-A-H-A-K-A-L? M-A-H-A-K-A-L. Okay. M-A-H-A-K-A-L. Come on now. There it is. And looking in the chat here, can you replace it with root directly? We might be able to. But let's go lateral. Let's go lateral on this one. If you want to see if whether or not you can replace it with root and Apache accepts that, then by all means, you can do that. So we've run that command, and now we need to do the groups. We've done the user. It's the same thing. We just need to do the group. We're going to do a search and replace for group, $, Apache run group, right? / and then group, and we want the group to belong to mahakal / g apache2.conf, and then what we're going to do is copy apache2.conf configuration file to etsy apache2, And fingers crossed for this. This is a Hail Mary. But apache2.conf, and we want to put it right over there. Yeah, you could nano it. You could nano it for sure. I mean, I don't see why not. Or Vim, or V, or Emacs, if it's present on the machine. But let's copy it and overwrite it because it's running as www data. So now that we've done that, if we sudo -l, guys, what's going to happen if we shut down Apache 2? Let's use some common sense in TR Summers. Set is pro, though. Monkey face, absolutely. Set is pro, dude. Heck yeah. Why would we not want to stop Apache 2? George, can you answer that maybe? Why would we not, dude? Why would we not want to stop?
Well, you would lose your access.
Yes! And we'd have to revert the machine from the freaking beginning. Now, if we restart, it goes down and then the system will bring it back up. We're still going to lose our shell. Guys, right. Chat, Hackernoob, George, we're gonna lose our shell. There is no way out of this where we don't lose our shell because we're www data, guys. And if we psaux grep-i for Apache, who is that running as? www data. So if we restart this, that tunnel is dropped. That tunnel is dropped and we are done for. The good news is we can get back in. If we cd to var www html and cd to console, we can just get back in without leaving behind back doors and things like that. We can just get in the same way we came in before, except this time it's going to be a little bit different. So what we're going to do is sudo -l, and here goes nothing. Sudo /bin systemctl, and we're going to say restart Apache 2. Whew. Goodbye, shell. You have served us well. Terminated. I can't even hit.
Yeah, so
yeah,
you're gonna lose your shell no matter what. But yeah, if you didn't restart it, then you would lose access completely.
Exactly. Exactly, my dude. Exactly. Now what we need to do is open up the web browser, and effectively what we need, I'm going to copy this whole reverse shell. We're going to set up another netcat listener on 9090. You know this. This is just like in the movies. Oh no, man, we lost our shell. It's totally busted. Now we need to get it back quick. Well, let's see if the file's there. Is it still left behind? Quick. File.php. Yes, it's there. So I'm going to copy it, paste the whole thing that gave us the shell, and we have a shell back again. Hack the planet, yo. Absolutely. And we're going to break out, and then I think we're going to notice something particularly interesting, effective immediately. What does the chat notice that is different about this? What does the chat notice? Ha. We have Mahakal, and that is what we like to call around here bling bling. Or just bling. That is lateral movement. Success. Awesome. Great stuff from the chat. And now what are we going to do that we're a real system level user? What do I preach in every single thing? George, what would you do if you were a real user? What would you do, man?
I don't know. I would continue enumeration. I mean, we've done a lot of enumeration.
We did a lot of that out of the gate. What is something that if you're a system level user like Mahakal or Bob or Alice, these are real users that were created on the machine. What is some capability they might have? I see one answer in the chat.
Yeah, I guess what can they do from sudo?
Immediately, as a real user, sudo -l. And guys, look at what we have here. So I'm going to cd to dev shem because it's a world writable directory. And we're going to do a little trick here. What we're going to do is echo os.execute, right? And I'm going to need to do this actually in single quotes, but os.execute, because here we're going to have bin dash. And I think that we are good there. Now we're just going to kind of basically output this to OffSec, as in get off of this machine. OffSec. And we'll output that to that file. Now if we ls-sa, there's OffSec. We cat OffSec. And it should os.execute. So here's what we're going to do. sudo-l. And we're going to say, don't even need GTFO bins for this one, man. This is just an nmap script. Sudo, and then we're going to user bin nmap -- script is equal to off sec. And I'm going to wait for everybody to say, pull the trigger. Pull the trigger. I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Pull the trigger.
You want me to pull the trigger?
Go.
Send it. God bless it. We now have a legitimate shell. Can I make this prettier, please? Yes. We have a very pretty shell. A very pretty root shell. And that is complete, total compromise of the target machine. Who's the effective authority on this machine now, George? OffSec.
We are.
Yeah, it's us. It's OffSec. And the community as well is OffSec, so we are the de facto authority on this machine. We have that first strike capability because we got root priv. So, with that being said, guys, let's cd to the root directory. Is there anything left behind? Cat root.txt. Flags in another file. Cat proof. You catch your proof. Let's do this. Let's do if config. And then I want to see a host name, an ID, a who am I, and a cat of the proof.txt. Press the print screen button. And provide this to your stakeholders or offensive security proctors, because if it's not included, it doesn't count. That's how important that is. And with that being said, let's go ahead and head over to it would be OffSec. offsec.com/webinars. See what kind of webinars are coming up. George, let's see what we got. Thank you. First time chat from Perdo de la Ros. I can't even begin. Perdo, you are most welcome, my friend. Featured webinars, 3 ways that artificial intelligence will impact your organization's cybersecurity posture. And isn't that one of the hottest topics right now? Because it just is. But on-demand webinars, they're all here. We've kind of redone this page. It's very categorized. It looks very pretty, like the user interface. Shout outs to the team. If you're interested in our courses and content, just hover over courses and content, man. Here's our main deal, Lucille, the OSCP. If I ever make a portable siren, I'll be rich. Summers. Oh man, you guys are too awesome. You guys are too nice. I promise all this just comes with experience. All of it comes with experience, repetition, and take away concepts from the machine. So takeaway concepts, we had a suggestive, what we would call suggestive file / parameter combination of / console file.php, file equals file here, confirmed LFI. Don't know what else to say. Takeaway concept, who the heck allowed www data to do a sudo -l? Because that was just a mistake. And I'll put that in parentheses. That's a mistake. Because that means out of the gate, I have, immediate. Don't drink too much sudo. Somebody was drinking too much sudo. Too much. And another takeaway here, Well, goodness gracious, I think that's, always, overwriting the Apache configs in the event that we can sudo reboot the service to run as a real user. And before we conclude this machine totally, I'm going to take these notes and we're going to go to the OffSec Discord. 100%. Where is my Discord? It's this one, right?
There's another way to get initial access for anyone that's super duper.
Yep. That's one thing we wanted to mention.
Check it out.
Ha-Natraj. There is an additional misconfiguration that is a part of this machine, and it is... I think I might have just lost internet connection.
I think we're a smidge.
A smidge. Are we back? We died, but we're back? Okay, sorry. I had an intermittent internet connectivity there, but thank goodness the VOD is still going. With that, let's bring it to an end before it happens again and we permanently lose it. Guys, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for doing this. And can we get in a chat, can we please get a personal thank you to Hackernoob, one of my colleagues out of the content development and R&D. Thank you, Hackernoob. They're saying thank you. And I personally do want to thank you as well. Thank you, Hackernoob. Thank you, Hackernoob. Thank you very much. Yeah, let's give a shout out to Hackernoob for being here. The first shadow to do anything live with offensive security, and I think it went really well, man. Did you have fun?
I had a blast. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity. Thank you to the community. I'm glad you all are learning. Like, this is super rewarding. So, yeah, super happy to be here. Thank you all.
Heck yeah, man. That's the love that goes around, makes the world go round. That's the good stuff. With that, guys, this is going to conclude this stream from Offensive Security. This will be made available on YouTube shortly. Within the next hour or two. You got to give YouTube time for HD processing. But as always, happy hacking, intruder.